Good morning, students. So, today we'll start with the impact test of the aggregates. So, impact test basically will find out the toughness property of the material which to resist the impact. Okay, so due to the traffic loads, the aggregates which are subjected to a pounding action, so or impact in the sense the sudden load, and when the sudden load is applied, there is a possibility of the aggregates breaking into the smaller pieces. Okay, so the road stones, it should be tough enough to resist the fracture under impact. So a test designed which is give certain evaluation of the toughness of the stones, that is the resistance of the stones to fracture, which comes under the repeated impacts, may be called the impact test or road aggregates. Okay, so the aggregate impact value, which indicates a relative measure of the resistance of the aggregate to a sudden shock or a sudden load or sudden impact, so which in some aggregates it may get differs from its resistance to a slow compressive load. So modified impact test, which is also oftenly carried out in the case of soft aggregates, to find out the wet impact value after soaking the test sample. So after soaking in the sense, so these aggregates, it should be kept in a water bath up to a certain period of time, and then we will use that one in the testing part. So the maximum allowable aggregate impact value, especially for the sub base course, it should be 50%, whereas the cement concrete used in the base course is 45%. So base course with the bituminous surfacing, it should be having the aggregate impact value of 40%. Okay, so like that for others also, like bituminous macadam base course, and it should have around 35%, and then all the surface courses, it should possess the aggregate impact value below 30%. So the aggregate impact value, it should be lesser as much as possible, so it should not process that certain limitations as per the different layers given by the IRC people. Okay, and here these are the certain apparatus what we can see here. So that is aggregate impact machine, hammer of weight around the 30.5 kg to 14 kg, and which is a free fall around from 38 centimeter. So the IS sieves of required sizes, cylindrical measures, and clamping rod. So here you can see the diagram of this. So this is the entire aggregate impact test machine. So this test machine will be having the cylindrical measure here. So you can see here the cylindrical measure consisting of the aggregate, and then you can see the hammer here. So this hammer, which will be having around 13.5 to 14 kg, and then here you can see the handle. So by using this handle, we can release the hammer on this aggregate samples, and this fall of height will be around 38 centimeter. Okay, here you can see the tamping rod, measuring cylinder is also there, cup is also there. So this is cup, this is cup, and this is measuring cylinder. Okay, and moving to the part, the procedure of this aggregate impact value. So here first we'll take the empty weight of the cylindrical measure. First we'll take the empty weight of the cylindrical measure, and that weight we will note down as W1. And here we'll consider the aggregate samples which are passing from 12.5 mm IS sieve and which are retained in 10 mm IS sieve. So these aggregate samples will take in the cylindrical measure, that too in 3 layers. Each layer is tamped by 25 times. Okay, so the tamping can be done by using the tamping rod, which will be having dimensions, that is 16 mm diameter, and then 600 mm will be the length of that diameter, sorry, length of that tamping rod. Okay, and here the aggregates which are filled in the cylindrical measure, that too in the three layers by the tamping layer, I mean the tamping rod, and after that the third layer, so whatever the aggregates are filled in that cylindrical measure, so that weight we are going to consider as W2. So here W2 is nothing but what? Weight of the empty cylinder there, and then plus the three layers of the aggregates. So those aggregates which are passing from 12.5 mm ISC and retained in 10 mm ISC. Now the sample is transferred. So whatever the aggregates are present in the cylindrical measure, so these aggregates are going to be transferred to the cup. Okay, so that cup which is placed in the impact testing machine. Okay, and in that particular place will be there. So within that particular place we need to place the aggregate with cup. So here cylindrical measure as well as cup you already know. So this particular aggregates will place in this cup, and we'll keep that one for testing. Okay, and now after placing that one in the cup, we'll release the hammer. Okay, so we'll release the hammer and we'll provide the certain number of blows, that is 15 number of blows. So total 15 number of blows will provide on those aggregate samples, and then so that is at the rate of for every 2 seconds one blow. Okay, so for every 2 seconds one blow, like that total 15 blows we are going to provide on those aggregate samples. Okay, so because of that sudden load, some of the aggregates are going to be crushed in the cup part. Okay, and then that whatever the hammer we are going to release, no, so that the fall of height will be around 38 centimeter. Okay, so from that 38 centimeter, total 15 number of blows we are going to provide at the rate of one blow for every 2 seconds. Okay, so after providing 15 blows, we will lock up that particular handle with the hammer, and then we will take down that cup with aggregate. So now we'll take out the aggregates from the cup, and then we will sieve that one from 2.36 mm ISA. Okay, so in this 2.36 mm, some of the aggregates will get passes, they are called the crushed particles, and some of the aggregates will get retained. So here whatever the passing materials are there from the 2.36 mm ISA, so that one we are going to consider as W3. Okay, so W1 is empty weight of the cylindrical measure, W2 is weight of the aggregate plus cylindrical measure, W3 is weight of the aggregates passing from 2.36 mm ISC. Okay, so we got W1, W2, W3, and then we will calculate the aggregate impact value, that is W3 divided by W2 minus W1 into 100. Okay, so W3 is weight of the aggregate passing from 2.36 mm ISC, W2 is weight of the aggregate plus cylinder, I mean the empty cylinder, W1 is weight of the empty cylinder. Okay, so here they have given the standard specifications for the aggregates. Okay, so we'll get different results after conducting this test. So like that here whatever the aggregates samples will take three different trials for this. Okay, so after finding out three different trials, we will find out the average value, that is average aggregate impact value, and then we'll check up with these standard specifications. So here these aggregate impact values which are used to classify the stone aggregates with respect to the toughness property as indicated below. So your aggregate impact value, so whatever you will get after conducting the test, so that results, if it is less than 10, so that time that toughness property, it should be it is like the exponent exceptionally very tough or strong. Okay, and if aggregate impact value, if it is in between 10 to 20%, then we can say that aggregates are very tough or strong. and if the aggregate impact value lies between 20 to 30%, then which is good for the pavement surface course, and if it is more than 35%, then we can conclude that these aggregates are weak for the pavement surfaces. So like this we can give the standard specifications for the road aggregates.